Hi, everybody. I'm going to be in Philadelphia on October 9th to make a major announcement at the very birthplace of our nation. I'm not going to tell you right now exactly what that announcement will be. I can say, though, that if you've been waiting to come to one of my public events, this will be the one to come to.
The Democrats are absolutely freaking out over Bobby Kennedy Jr.'s planned announcement to launch a third-party bid for the White House, and the polls are already showing the bumbling Biden is going to get absolutely clobbered. We're going to take a look at the latest, and we're going to see exactly why the Democrats' nightmare scenario is about to come true. You're going to absolutely love this. Hey, gang, it's me, Dr. Steve, your patron professor, here to help you to think better so you can feel better in these crazy and turbulent times. So if you haven't already done so, you know what to do. Make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. Also, if you would be so kind, please share this video with friends and family. We are once again being suppressed by big tech, so I need your help to get the hopeful message of this channel out to as many people as possible. So it looks like the Democrats' worst nightmare is about to happen. Mediate first broke the news over the weekend that Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is indeed preparing to make a formal announcement regarding his independent candidacy for the presidency on October 9th in the city of Philadelphia. And of course, the Democrats only have themselves to blame for this. One of the reasons why the Democrats moved the South Carolina primary ahead of Iowa and New Hampshire on the calendar is because Biden lost them both back in 2020. And Democrat strategists don't want the primary season to start off with a surprise victory for Bobby Kennedy, which would be an absolute humiliation for Biden. Kennedy's doing great in New Hampshire. So the new calendar puts South Carolina first on February 3rd, followed by New Hampshire and then Nevada on February 6th. The problem is that New Hampshire has a state law that mandates that it holds the first primary a week before any other state in the country. In order to follow through with that law, that would require New Hampshire Democrats to move their primary a week before the newly scheduled South Carolina primary. Now, that would technically be an unsanctioned primary as far as the DNC is concerned. And so Biden wouldn't file to be on the ballot in that unsanctioned primary. But that failure to file will all but guarantee that Bobby Kennedy Jr. would win the first Democratic primary. And so the DNC is actively trying to deny Kennedy any recognized delegates at all as retaliation against him participating in an unsanctioned primary. So the DNC is overtly rigging the entire process against Kennedy. And so Kennedy's like, fine, if I can't get a fair shake in the Democratic primaries, I'll launch my own third-party bid, which it now looks like he's about to do. And so now the question is, how much is this going to hurt Biden? Some pundits are worried this is going to hurt Trump because the RFK vote would most likely have voted for Trump over Biden were RFK not on the ballot. And by the way, that could easily be remedied if Trump chose Kennedy as his running mate and made 2024 the single most populist-centered presidential election ever. But what if Trump didn't pick Kennedy? How badly would an independent Kennedy candidacy disrupt this race? Well, we've got the polling on it. And let's just say that if you're a Biden fan, you should be absolutely terrified. But first, gang, you need to click on that link below and learn how to stick it to the establishment by using their own corruption against them. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Companies like BlackRock, they've been bribing corrupt politicians like Nancy Pelosi with insider trading secrets for decades now. They know a whole host of trading secrets that gives them an unfair advantage when picking stocks. But did you know that thanks to a little-known SEC database, guess what? We can have access to those very secrets as well. We get to see what stocks these corporate CEOs are buying up in real time, and then we get to piggyback on their trades to gain the same advantage for ourselves that Pelosi and the crooks in D.C. have. My friend Ross Givens has been tracking insider trading for years, and his recommendations have led to investment returns of over 200%. Some have hit as high as nearly 1,500%. And now, gang, it's your turn. Click on that link below right now and learn how you too can learn to trade like Pelosi. Click on that link and learn how to gain an insider advantage for yourself today. What an RFK independent run would mean for Biden's re-election prospects has always been an issue of serious concern among Democrats, but recent Rasmussen polling did far more than just confirm those concerns. It put those concerns on steroids. Rasmussen found that upwards of a third of Democrats would, quote, likely vote for RFK Jr. if he runs as an independent. 33% of Democrats, you heard that right, 33% of likely Democrat voters said they would most likely vote for RFK over Biden were he to run as an independent. Now, that survey corroborates that devastating ABC News Washington Post poll that found that Trump was crushing Biden by 10 points. And one of the key finds in that poll was that 60% of Democrats want someone else other than Biden. 6 in 10 Democrats want someone else other than Biden as their nominee. So that's one of the reasons why Trump is thumping Biden so badly in these polls. Trump is actively unraveling the Democrat coalition. Young people and non-white voters are very lethargic towards Biden, and they're now more and more supporting Trump. Again, we talked about this last week. This is from the Washington Post poll. If this isn't panic, I don't know what is. The Washington Post is admitting that Trump is seeing levels of minority support no Republican has reached in half a century. And according to this latest poll, Trump is winning the under 30 vote by 15 points. I mean, you have to let that hit you. Trump is winning the under 30 vote by 15 freaking points. This is a constituency that voted for Biden in 2020 by 65%. So these two trajectories, the defection of the non-white working class voter and the under 30 voter away from the Democrats to Trump, are why Trump is seeing such a huge surge in the polls of late. And keep in mind, it's not just the ABC Washington Post poll. NBC News Heart Research poll has Trump +3. Harris Messenger has Trump +5. Like we talked about in our live stream Friday video, Trump is the only one going up in the polls. Everyone else, Biden, DeSantis, Nikki Haley, Tim Scott, even Vivek, everyone else is going down. And so we shouldn't be surprised to see a major shakeup like this with RFK announcing a third-party independent run. He's got everything to gain from it. And as we're finding in the polls, Biden has everything to lose. And to make matters even worse for Biden, Cornel West is a far-left populist whose Green Party campaign is gaining a lot of traction, so much so that Democrats are openly fearful that West's campaign alone could cost Biden the election by splitting the left. All the polls show that Biden loses to Trump just by putting Cornel West into the mix. He consistently shaves off 3 to 5 percentage points off of Biden's total vote. But now you put Bobby Kennedy into that mix, all bets are off. Biden could lose upwards of 10 points easily. So this is why pundits like Dick Morris are saying that if RFK runs as an independent, Sleepy Joe is cooked. He is done. There is no mathematical way he can win this. So obviously we'll keep our eyes on how things develop here, as I'm sure increasingly panicked Democrats will do as well. Are you ready to join the resistance? Because I'm leading a group of dedicated, courageous patriots who can lead a spearhead into the heart of the secular globalist establishment. We punished Bud Light and Target, driven CNN and the legacy media to near bankruptcy, forced BlackRock to backtrack on ESG, and now we're seeing our conservative-dominated Supreme Court ending affirmative action and protecting religious liberty. In my Insiders Club, I show you concrete steps to take locally and online that will only keep this mass uprising going until the battle is won. Don't wait. Click the link in my description below and join my Courageous Patriots Insiders Club today.